Hello there, hope you are doing well and in high spirits. This is a pick a card reading for what the next 3 months has in store for you. It's an overall energy, just the idea of what it can be, and this can be from any time when you see this video and watch it to the 3 months beyond when you watch it. So we have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hello and welcome, pile 1. Let's go ahead and see what the next few months has in store for you here. Please remember to only take what resonates, okay? Anything that creates negativity is not your message. Anything that's confusing is not your message at this time. Everything that is meant for you should provide a sense of expansiveness, empowerment, resonance of some kind. So, next 3 months, we have an energy of the Emperor. Very strong energy, okay? It is a feeling of being in charge. Could also be a feeling of dealing with somebody who has things taken care of, who is very in charge. I do get a positive energy about this. I feel like this person or this energy is quite balanced. They also have a degree of wisdom that they're able to balance their in chargeness or control with, which is really nice. I also see this person has learned from the past, or this energy has learned from the past. It's developed strengths and understanding from the past journey that it's been through, okay? For some of you, there could also be some kind of a security or a stability, and even an upgrade type energy in your living situation, your physical world where you are residing, okay? So let's see if there's any other messages here for you. What else is happening in these next 3 months, please and thank you. I get also this message about freedom, which is super interesting because there could actually be more freedom for you when you surrender to the authority of something in a way, but in a positive way, or even to your own authority, being more comfortable with your own appreciation, for example, for having a sense of authority or being in charge in some kind of a way, okay? Anything to add? What's going on these next 3 months for pile 1 here? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, we've got nice. So this came out on the left. It's kind of a receptive energy, a past energy, feminine energy here. But it is the 8 of Cups. It is walking away from something. For many of you, I feel that this is walking away from something energetically, even if it translates on a physical level, and that is very positive. It is very liberating. It is very empowering. It is very helpful to you to do this. You could be walking away from a fight. You could fight for control, or fight against control, or fight for or against something, or just walking away from a struggle that you've been holding on to tightly. Maybe you start to understand, like, why am I struggling against this so much? Like, maybe now you understand that this doesn't have to mean, like, this current situation somehow doesn't have to mean what it used to mean or it did mean in your past or something like this. So it's like either in the past here, we've already begun to walk away from this thing, or it's that, you know, a part of us needs to catch up to the fact that we have already surrendered something, already left something behind. Now, for others of you, this is an energy of, For others of you, this is an energy of reflecting on something that you walked away from in the past, or even something that left you in the past. But it's like we've traded in one thing for another, okay? And so it's like, for some of you, it's like you let go of something and it made more room for you to build or expand on or run an empire, as an example, a business, your world, your life, anything, okay? But it's like you're still reflecting on this thing that you walked away from or set down. And in a way, over the next few months, there's a mixture between I'm in this position, this new position, where I am able to control or have my own schedule or feel like I'm, you know, successful with something. But I'm also pondering what it is that I gave up, or what I let go of, or what I walked away from, or the release of things. It's a state of reflection that we see you in the next 3 months here, even if it's not like a 24/7 reflection, and even if you're still hustling or making things happen, making things work, you know, this kind of feeling. It's just the energy that there's still a period of reflection going on, okay? And also maybe trying to understand your own self in that reflection. So what else is happening in the next 3 months for pile 1, please and thank you, Spirit? I hear granny. Somebody's granny could be around as well. Helping you decide, it says. So somebody's granny could be helping you decide something. Also a marriage, wedding proposal for somebody here could be in the works. And this could be you on the proposing side. I feel that strongly. Or something that you're aware of or know is happening in one way or another, okay? What else is going on here? Nice. This is a really beautiful energy for who of you is here. I mean, this is a really nice energy. So we've also got the 5 of Cups in reverse here. Very much a feeling of more optimism, of releasing depression and sadness, not feeling so bogged down by disappointments. And the way that you're reflecting, this is important to reiterate, the way that you can be reflecting over these next few months, it is in a positive way. It's not in a sad way or I've lost this and I have nothing now. It's not this feeling at all. It could actually even be a feeling of wow, why did I hold on to this energy for so long? Or why did I feel like I needed to be this way for so long, in a sense? Because it's so freeing and illuminating where you stand now in this time frame compared to where you had been standing. This is so strong. For some of you, you also have walked away from things that kept you in a state of depression. This is a very self-loving way to be. And for others, somebody has helped you or will be helping you do this over this next time frame, okay? This is interesting. This is the sun. It came out and it spinned itself. So I feel like in a way you've had clarity and happiness in the past, and then you also haven't, okay? We're talking about a lot of what you're moving out of right now into these next 3 months here. It's very much like moving out basically of depressive energies. I mean, 5 of Cups in reverse with the sun in reverse. Moving out of things not being clear, not feeling happy. And then still reflecting on this because it was such a huge journey, but really taking on a new approach, a new life, and being more in charge of that new life and really putting this stuff behind you. Really bossing up in a way, okay? This is very, very strong. Where things could have felt thwarted or interrupted even in the past, I feel moving ahead, no more, okay? Anything to add on what's going on the next 3 months overall for this person? Pile 1, please and thank you. Okay, 5 of Swords. Why is this here? Please and thank you. This can be some limitations with the mental, with the mindset. There can be some fears going on here that we feel like we need to somehow win or come up on all costs to not be hurt. There can also be a fire energy or a Queen of Wands energy that somebody is dealing with here. Or this can be you, okay? This is really curious. This message is interesting because it feels like some of you think of self-love or self-interest, even healing, or investing in your own personal gains and self as something that can be treacherous or can be manipulative or limiting, or like you have to hurt somebody else to get what you want, and that can create conflict when it comes time to invest in yourself, okay? When it comes time to take action. Also, some of you are going through a process of becoming more youthful over the next few months. But here it's like to say that there's another way to see this. That investing in yourself, doing things that are self-loving, it does not mean that you have to be manipulative or hurt others in order to gain this for yourself. Not at all. That is one viewpoint that you have, and this viewpoint itself is a little bit limited. And the more you invest in you over this next time, the more that you will start to see that truth and that reality about that mindset that you're carrying. Okay? Very interesting message here. For others, this is also that we literally have this Emperor energy that you're dealing with, or that you are, and then this Queen of Wands energy that you're dealing with, or that you are. But there's mistrust between you and limited mindsets between you guys. There's out for the self energy. There's kind of like one person could even be reflecting on their own past here, on the pains, on the things. And this other person, you or them, could be very much interpreting that in a negative way. Because ironically, I mean, sometimes the Emperor doesn't have the best energy, but this Emperor has great energy. This Emperor is just a little, he's not sad like he used to be, but he's sad a little bit because he's been through a journey. He's been through a lot, and he's still processing all of that. It doesn't mean that he doesn't want something or that he doesn't love you or something, or vice versa. It just means he has a lot to process. And protecting the self by coming into a Five of Swords energy is not going to be a satisfactory way for someone, okay? Now, another message to this. For some of you, you're going through a process of releasing the need to be in control in a particular way, understanding where it comes from, which is usually fear and limitation, and transforming into being in control of your own world, happiness, health, and being. So you're actually moving from an Emperor energy into a Queen of Wands energy, which is very interesting to see, kind of a transformation, okay? Now, the Emperor is a major arcana, so this is a very universal, something that you can't really control. This is a very universal concept here that comes through. It is also a feeling of masculine energy. So, I mean, some of you could be dealing with things around the father here during these next 3 months. Again, reflection on father energy, on what it means to you, on how it's affected your life, and also the masculine energy within yourself. Okay, there can be this. Can you explain more about the Five of Swords, please, and thank you, for the next 3 months? Okay, we have one card that fell on the ground. And it fell on its side here. Okay. There's a fear the next 3 months to be vulnerable. And this could have been happening before this time frame. But to be totally vulnerable, there's a little bit of fear around it. To accept something, there's a little bit of fear. There is a real energy of relationships in this reading, even if it's not romantic. We have hesitancy. Do I want to invest long-term in something, or does somebody want to invest long-term here or not? There's a little bit of wavering. The best thing you can do is invest in yourself, your passions, your empire, your health and well-being, your peace of mind, your own personal strengths, while this person figures their stuff out, or while this part of you figures its stuff out. That is the best thing you can do, okay? As it's recommended here. It's very much about finding your own way. This will help you to help somebody else as well, okay? I really feel there's a lesson and a warning around the Five of Swords, though I do think for some, this is simply recognizing and seeing the Five of Swords present, which is, in this case, it really is a very locked or limited mindset, okay? And also an interpretation of something that is fear-based. What about this contemplation of the long-term investment, please, and thank you? What do you have to say about that? Queen of Pentacles in the past. Either you or somebody else is just trying not to repeat cycles, not to repeat an energy of feeling a void or trying to fill a void, not trying to repeat something of, am I just pursuing this to fill something? Somebody really is trying to shift here, you or them, okay? Because there really is an energy of dealing with somebody here. though, I mean, it can be a part of yourself that's just trying to heal, okay? But it's like, wow, we're really trying to reflect and put something to rest, like for good in a way, or change our relationship to it for good. And this is really about not repeating something, not just filling in the gaps with something. Now, for some of you, this is also the release of a Queen of Pentacles energy and moving towards, whether you see it or not, a Queen of Wands energy. So we're talking about earth, letting go, fire, moving towards, or if you look at it this way, somebody very, comfortable, material, but kind of with a void here, into somebody very passionate, healthy, and present, okay? Really an energy of letting go of the past once and for all. So if there was one way to summarize your next 3 months, it's taking charge of your life and putting things to rest from the past once and for all, and by truly understanding them and being a lot more careful moving ahead with where you're investing, because you really are done with this. You're done with this cycle. You're done with these things that have been before, and I don't think you want to repeat them. I don't think you want to go back into a state of sadness or depression or whatever else it is that you've been through. Yeah, I don't think you want to repeat them or go back into these cycles at all in any way, shape, or form, okay? So any last message, please, and thank you, for this group for their next 3 months. Nice. Some of you could be going through a phase of questioning, like, do I really want to take things into my own hands, or even reformatting the way that you manifest things? Even getting to a stronger state of mastery with something. And also watching out for manipulative energies. I feel some of you are on guard with manipulative energies. It's like you're like, no, I'm not going to do that again. It's very much this feeling. The mindset is trying to evolve into a mindset that has more to do with love, ultimately, than it does with the chaos of conflict, confusion, and limitation, okay? Definitely moving towards something more fruitful, more abundant, more loving, more nurturing, more positive, which is really nice to see. We've learned a lot here, and it's being implemented for sure during this time. Some of you could question your emotional maturity or the emotional maturity of somebody else here. I think things will evolve. Where you trust, trust will be given. Where you free fall, the thing will free fall into you in a way. It's like where you move and grow, so shall the world move and grow around you. It's very quick. It's like you do this, this does this. It's like an immediate response to your energy and what you're putting out and putting in. And it's okay to take your time. And it's also okay for somebody to take your time if it's okay for you. If you're investing in you and doing your thing and you don't want to wait on somebody, you don't have to wait on anybody. But if you want to wait on them as you can while you're doing your thing, that is awesome, So any last messages? Just see if there's one more message about the next 3 months, please, and thank you. Nice. Strength. Okay. Very strong. Another fire energy coming through, Leo, but it doesn't have to be actually the, sign or fire itself. It can be about passion. It can be about motivation, many different things, but here it's strength. And again, there's an energy of control, but in a very positive way, very positive kind of control. It's like we are really learning to master and control something, even the fears within us or even the animal instincts within us that are very quick to lash out or feel threatened or this kind of a thing. I feel like we're mastering fears a bit. Also, some of you, there could be something about music here, dealing with like releasing music or connecting to music some way or another that assists you. And also maybe a garden or plants or something this way. These things may really nourish you, help you, and assist you, okay? So you guys, that's what we have for you overall. You can always email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, enjoy your next few months. Take care. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading space. I hope you are doing well and in high spirits. Thanks so much for being here. Please remember to only take what resonates. If something creates negativity, confusion, fear, anything like that, just please reject it, throw it away. It's not your message at this time. Everything that is meant for you at this time should provide a sense of empowerment, expansion, resonance overall. Okay, so the next 3 months for you, this is overall energy that we're reading, not necessarily the in and out details unless that comes, is Ace of Pentacles. Exquisite energy to see. So aces are very much about beginnings, about something new, something solid, about starts. And especially with the pentacle, this is a reliable start. So for some of you, this can be a new job, something new in your workplace, a better way of making money. Okay, it's definitely an up. It's a improvement in essence. This can also be a new relationship with an earth sign. It could be a new home. For some, it can even be a new regimen, you know, a health regimen, fitness regimen, or something in your physical world. But either way, very beautiful, strong energy of beginnings. All right. What else do we have for this person, for this group, the next 3 months? Please and thank you. What is going on for them in the next 3 months? Please and thank you. Nice. In the past energy here, we have the Queen of Wands. So we could be releasing this. We could be releasing a fire energy, a fire sign from our world, and committing fully to an earth energy. In another way, we could be releasing a certain kind of energy or a way of doing something that is maybe more in the moment, or more on a whim, or more in this passionate phase. And we could be solidifying it into something that is more solid or structured in a way. Okay, that would be the fire versus earth energy here. It could also be that some of you have been through a journey of self-improvement. You've taken a lot of action on something. You've really invested strongly in something in this Queen of Wands energy, whether it's yourself, business, or all of the above and more. Even done adventure, and now you're seeing it pay off with this new income source, or this new reality in a way, this new physical thing that's coming in with the Ace of Pentacles that is so strong and positive. Okay, anything to add, please and thank you. Next 3 months for group 2. Next 3 months. Ooh, the sun is coming out. What could it mean? Ooh, okay, we gotta go get those. Those fell way over on the ground. Okay, so these fell way over on the past area here on the ground. So what do we have? We have the Lovers in reverse and the Four of Wands. Okay. So this also fell out kind of under a slipper, which I find interesting, under a shoe in a way. For some of you, there could have been a very intense ending or breakup or disappointment when it came to love, union, even an ending with a marriage. Maybe something never unified. It could also be that you chose some kind of a contract or a work thing over love or something this way, or there could have been a workplace love mixture in one way or another here. One worked, one didn't, something like this. I also feel like some of you could be upset or angry about this still, or still hold a fear or a disbelief because of something that happens or didn't happen rather, in a love situation or something this way, in some kind of a union situation. But I will say this, it's like the Queen of Wands energy that we see, whether this is the person you are dealing with, I feel like this is what you became out of this, what you made out of this situation, is you did this whole process of investing in the self, investing in the world. It's like there's really a progression here that has happened before this time frame that we're in now. And no matter how hard or painful or disappointing this was, you did make some kind of unions and connections here that were positive, and progress here that was positive, because it is leading you into something very positive, okay? For some, again, there could be the release of a passionate or fiery energy and the coming in of an earth energy or a very stable energy as a person. We would say this in like a relationship format. But for others, it's many different things in your world, okay? Let's get some more information on this, please and thank you. What's going on the next 3 months? What's going on the next 3 months for this energy? Could also be like that you didn't think this would ever work, or you just didn't believe anymore in like love or in union or in something this way. And it's like you're going to be shown differently. And the stability and the safety that's coming through is going to help you feel that differently. You're going to feel more hope or trust in something, and safety and stability, which is very well deserved. Not that it's about deserving, but it is. Okay, Knight of Swords here. Very interesting. There is some kind of frustration, anger, resentment about the past, about what's happened in the past. So these next 3 months, there's going to be thoughts about this. It could even be trying to fight with it. Maybe you're worried this thwarts this beginning, so you're trying to fight something here. It's very much like, if it's not you, it's them or somebody you've been dealing with trying to fight it. But the heart is leading you forwards, is the thing. So even if there's a frustration, or you need to communicate something about the past, or you're thinking about the past, or you're communicating with somebody from the past, or about the situation, there's a reason for that. And it's all leading you into this Ace of Pentacles energy, because we really see a progression here, okay? The heart is really leading you forwards no matter what. Anything to add about this Knight of Swords energy, please and thank you. Again, some kind of a commitment that didn't come through. For some of you, this could have been you thought you were going to get married, or you thought you were going to have a real commitment and it just didn't happen. And there could still be talk or frustration about this, especially if you're still in something. Yeah, this is like really uncertain. There's really an uncertain energy in the past, especially after things could have not worked out or fallen through. I also hear fallen short for some reason. Also, this could have really made you feel unsafe. Money could have been really uncertain too if this is in a relationship. Where am I going to make money? How am I going to do this? And then there could be some mental war when it comes to the past, because we're like, no, we have to keep our mindset strong. We have to trust that what will happen. But it's like, there's a fight, a battle sometimes for this. What else, please? Next 3 months for this energy. What else is going on the next 3 months for this energy? I really feel this stuff is happening in the past, but if it's not, it obviously is more of a forecast. I just feel like this is a journey you've already been going through. And clearly there's something continued about it in the next 3 months, whether it's the reflection, the battling with, or just the progression over this time to really get that solid start. Here's a star, okay? So this is beautiful. This is a hope, dream, wish, Aquarius energy. It's illumination, a really lovely energy to have, okay? Very much when we see this too, like with the Ace of Pentacles, this can really be some kind of a wish that's finally coming into fruition. And it's like you didn't see this coming, or you didn't think it would in a way, or you thought maybe something was really the end, or you let go of something. And it was like exactly because of that, or in that process, is how this comes into fruition. And you don't even see it happening over this next time, but it's going to. It already has begun. Again, we see some introspection, some reflection on the past, and we see strength here. So this is you getting stronger, learning how to, I feel, cultivate something here, cultivate your talents or skills or something like this. And also there's a feeling of understanding and learning from the past, okay? For some, there could be fire and earth here again present that we could be dealing with. This is Leo and Virgo specifically. It doesn't have to be that. But there can be a feeling of both reflecting on the past and learning, okay? Very interesting there. Also, I feel like you're learning how to control your fears or to control your impulses. And this is partly because of the experience that you're gaining. And all of this is going to be filtered into, funneled into this Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, this can be a new start within a relationship, especially if this is fire and earth here that's been going on. Or even just passion with that earth energy. It's very much like a new beginning within something. Both of you learning, both of you like understanding certain things that you need to. Both of you releasing certain things that you need to, and making room for something that is much more strong and stable. Even if there was hard disappointments or pains in the past, even around something like marriage or commitment or safety or knowing. What else is happening in the next 3 months for this person, please and thank you. It's so interesting, both pile 1 and 2 so far. I really feel like a lot of these messages are what's happened before this point instead of the next 3 months. I'm not sure if we're like reading from the future or if it's because this is the stuff that you're processing the next 3 months. 6 of Wands. Okay. This is a very strong springtime energy. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this, but it could be around spring and early summer that this will be the projection here. So this is super duper strong. This could be moving towards love or towards something that you love, even if it's not a person, or somebody moving towards you. And there can be an offer here as well. Something very abundant, very bountiful here, very heart and compassion. So we have a real, this may have been super unsuspecting from the journey that's been going on, but we have a real upgrade around the heart area here, around our compassion, around our blossoming, our understanding, our connection to all things, okay? Somebody feels strong enough to offer love here, or to offer themselves into something that they love, whether it's a person or a passion or whatever, and to move towards it. And they feel like what they have to offer, even if it's humble, is enough, or you do. Okay, so very strong energy there. Anything else happening in the next 3 months for this person, please and thank you. Nice. Okay, celebrations. Maybe reconnecting with old friends, new friends. There could also be the release of a third party situation, either for you or somebody else. Even if there's somebody was like selecting somebody else, or contemplating between somebody else for a job, it's like they choose you, or you choose somebody. There's a real commitment that comes through, but in a different way than perhaps you wanted it in the past, in a way that is more wholesome and makes you feel like you don't need the kind of commitment you were looking for in the past in some way. Or it's like you show this faith and this trust and this nurturing in your own being and self, and the world shows it back, okay? But definitely a reason to celebrate. Could be a new job position for some of you. Whatever it is, it's something new. It's something new. Even if it's within something old, it's something new, and it's going to feel really good. Yeah, this came out kind of in the past too. Very much a feeling of endings here. Endings of energies that have been out of balance as well. There's that Leo coming through. Interesting. This is fire over earth. And endings. This could be the ending of fire being chosen over earth sign here. It could also be the ending of a fire sign in somebody's world. Very interesting. I really get a 2 energy thing, but I feel like it's from you. It doesn't have to mean like a literal, like if you're in a relationship that there's actual like cheating or something. It can just mean more like there's an energy that's still present or around. This is very interesting. Please explain the Nine of Swords in relation to this King of Wands, King of Pentacles here. We're definitely choosing action over money, generosity over our material world, and somebody's reinvesting in somebody else. There can be some lingering, like, I need to control this situation, or I'm angry from somebody or from you. But overall, there's a reinvestment. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. So this is really positive. We're healing from disappointments and depression here. This is the right choice. So somebody, you and somebody else make the right choice over the next 3 months for your happiness and your well-being. Whoever you choose, or whatever you choose, or vice versa, whoever or whatever they choose, whether this is love, friend, work, but I do feel love for some, it's going to be the right thing. And there's a real positive and strong ending to limited mindsets that helps bring in a lot more positivity here, and even an energy of celebration. For some, if there was some kind of an affair or a cheating situation, or a situation where there was more than one energy going on here, this is also the sadness around this is coming to a close, and real stability and clarity is coming. They could really be stopping this, or you could really be stopping this and deciding to move forwards. But it will evolve in the next 3 months to some kind of a conclusion that is positive for everybody. Well, especially positive for you, let's say. It definitely will evolve into a good conclusion. Yeah, a lot of expansion and breakthroughs, better money, or better safety and security. Four of Pentacles in reverse, we're not feeling uncomfortable like we were, or clinging to our comfort, to feeling like we are in a very limited energy. We're really becoming more and more expansive, more and more unlimited. Our emotions and our material world and our mental world, actually all the suits, because also our action, we're more action oriented. Something isn't over, but in a good way. Something rejuvenates itself in a good way. Okay? All right, any last message for this person in the next 3 months? What's going on? Please and thank you. Advice, messages. Stability comes through. Focus on stability. If you want stability, focus on stability. Rest and meditate upon your desires and what you want. Rest when you need to rest. Meditate is so important. Meditation is so important always. And if you don't want somebody to, if you want somebody to be with just you, or you with just them, it's time to kind of commit to this one thing. And if you don't feel like you want to commit to it, really look and ask yourself why. And is that the thing for you? Because the whole next 3 months is really about committing to something, or getting a something like that's a new start that's very strong, stable, and certain. So like it's at the end of uncertainty, or even considering options here on your part and somebody else's perhaps. And that's really positive. But if we were reading this as advice, it would be like to really study yourself and meditate on why you would even want to consider options if you are. Because that could be a sign or indicator there that something isn't really satisfying or pleasing for you. We see V, we see A, we see also Freemasonry, which is interesting. Somebody could be interested in the occult or in different studies here. Dragonfly comes through as well. Could be a symbol of rebirth going on. I really get this message of rebirth strongly, whether it's in a dynamic or outside of it. Choosing passion as well over security, which actually brings more security, which is really amazing how that works. Celebrating, enjoying, and appreciating what is here, the wins and the losses alike. Being confident and strong enough to make an offer of love or to receive one. Knowing the worth, regardless of how it's judged. Learning from the past. Gaining control over some of our impulses and fears. Learning from the unknown. And a hope, a dream, or a wish here that is really strongly present. Laying things to rest in the past with communication. Even if it's harsh or bold communication, there is some kind of a progression to that. Forgiving things that hurt in the past, understanding why they did, and releasing them. So you guys, that's what we had for you. You can always email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, we'll see you all next time. Take care. Hello and welcome, group 3. I hope you're doing well and in high spirits. Please remember to only take what resonates. If something creates negativity, confusion, fear, doubt, anything like that, reject it, throw it away, cancel, clear. It's not for you. Okay. Everything that's for you should resonate. Your overall energy and theme for the next 3 months is the 9 of Wands. This can be known as the wounded warrior. This can be about protecting ourselves, being a bit suspicious of others, a bit guarded, not letting people in easily, being a little bit snoopy or sneaky because we don't trust something. Positive side here, a 9, it is an endings energy. So this energy will phase out. It is the end of something, and that could be why this is around. But it is how we're functioning for a minute. Very much protecting the self here, guarding the self, guarding our passions, even our creative pursuits, our creativity. I see a lot of orange there. Or even communicating our ideas, our thoughts, our creative thoughts. There can be a very creative imagination going on too for the negative at times, like where we're feeling fears about something. You know, you have every right and you're totally justified to be in a wounded warrior state. Seems that things have happened to put you here. And there's a reason why we have guards like this. However, it does seem for some of you the fears could be a bit out of control the next 3 months. And it will be important for you to just remind yourself that, yes, you've been through something, and yes, you're in this state. So it's time to be patient with yourself. It's time to give yourself that rest, that peace of mind, that time. You don't have to force yourself into something uncomfortable because you think, oh, it's just in my head or whatever. And you also, you know, don't need to force yourself out of something because you're convinced that you know the truth of something, or you're really suspicious and it just must be that, you know. Okay, so let's get some more about what's going on the next 3 months for pile 3, please and thank you. Could be a lot of synchronicities for you guys as well. Okay, in the past here we have the Hierophants. You got information in. It may have hurt you. Now we're guarding some of that information or not letting it in fully, or it could be coming in a bit distorted. Perhaps there's a little bit of a hurt or a wounded energy about the information or truths that were relayed before, and now we're like, no more. And we just are shut down a bit. Clarify this, please, and thank you. Please clarify this. Spirit is saying to trust your gut and trust your instinct, like your intuition when it comes to food. The things you eat, that you ingest, little things that you do like this, it's going to help you rebuild your confidence and your trust with yourself, okay? Which is essential. It's really important because that's a big part of what's actually going on here is the trust in your own self, and your judgments has been a bit broken, or not broken, but just interrupted for a minute, okay? Okay. For some of you, the heart, it desires a new thing. It desires to let go of the baggage to go on a new path, but you're not there yet. You're not ready for that yet. You may long for it mentally. You may want that mentally, but you're not ready for it in these next 3 months. You have to deal with your own emotional state first, okay? You may be a little guarded with where and how to take action as well. And you're just, I feel like some of you are just going to be sick of this. Like, I just want to release this. I want to let go of this. And you will. You will be able to, okay? This is not forever. In time, you will absolutely be able to release this. Some of you could have help from a King of Swords energy, or be dealing with a very logical energy that understands how to move forwards clearly. Others of you could be relying on your logic to move you ahead because your intuition feels so shook up right now and guarded and suspicious and wounded and all of this. So you could really be relying on this logic to get you forwards. and really ignoring your intuition. We see Pisces energy here, as well as our air signs, and also like Virgo, Capricorn, earth signs here really strongly, okay? Not Taurus as much, though it is still present there, actually, now that I say that. But some of you could be ignoring the intuition of a Pisces, or your own intuitive energy that would be connected to the Piscean energy. Could also be during Pisces season, depending on when you see this. Just because you want to just do things logically. Maybe you're shutting off for a minute with the emotion because it's just, ugh, ouch. For others of you, you're becoming, somebody is understanding how to rule the emotion and assist. This is movement ahead in a strong and communicatory fashion. Somebody's able to logically communicate and clearly communicate the emotion and intuition. There is a beneficial detachment here that you may be able to utilize, whether it's from somebody else or yourself during this time and process, okay? Anything else to add on what's going on these next 3 months, please and thank you. The message about building your intuition back up with just small things is really important. Just trusting yourself with small things. It's like building anything, or like even building trust or a relationship with somebody else. It would kind of work the same. So just do this with yourself, okay? Doesn't have to be big things, but little things. You know, you read something and it looks really good, but something about it's like, oh, but I don't know. And then you read something else and it's like, no, you know, at the store or whatever. But something about it's like, but yes, you know, it's like listening to that. Not overwhelming yourself with options is also important. Focusing on one thing at a time. Right now might not be, like these next 3 months might not be the time to go through all of your options and like be like, which way do I go? Which way is going to make me happy? Which decision do I want to make? I want to explore all these different people or things, or date a bunch of people, or try a bunch of new things, or different paths. Like it's kind of time to logically move ahead on one path and rebuild your intuition as you do. Because it's not the time to adventure as much, but it will be later, okay? Just like with the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse, it's like it's not exactly the time. We have to kind of regain some of that trust in the self, okay? Anything else for this person in the next 3 months, please and thank you. Nice. This is a really positive part of what you're going through. Because in the next time here, we see a lot more clarity around your emotions. And not just your emotions, but your emotional options. There's a lot more clarity, whether it's because you're not dealing with it directly, or whether it's because we're going through a healing process and going through all of this stuff. There's just a lot better options that you're moving yourself into that are a lot clearer, okay? Some of the stuff that hurt before was how hidden things were, or whatever broke some trust here. And this is something that's now, it's like anything, because something wounded you, or you went through this or going through this process. Now you have the opportunity to actually heal something to a state that's even stronger than where it was before it happened, you know? A lot of things are opportunities in disguise. Even an injury or a health thing can be an opportunity in disguise to learn and master a part of yourself, and maybe even help others with it in the future, because like this is something that needed to be worked on anyways. I just watched Raya, the Last Dragon. Amazing movie. Kind of about trust. It's the Disney movie. I mean, the message is really amazing anyways, but there was a feeling here of why did I bring that up? It's just wiped out of my mind all of a sudden. There was a feeling of I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back. No idea. Just gone. Psh. Something about what we were just saying that was in that movie. And the way that trust had to be built and given. Wow. No, it's just gone. All right, let's move on. So anyways, Queen of Swords here. Another feeling of moving forwards logically. We've got both the Queen and King of Swords in your reading. So there could be two people moving forwards together logically here, or a team moving forwards this way. Could also be, if it's not just logical, because we also have this moon energy present with the water and Pisces again, this could also be about learning how to be creative in a new way, and about communicating really well with somebody. Somebody could assist you to communicate really well, even to communicate in a creative way, to learn how to use what you're going through in a way, to master another part of yourself. I get multifaceted being. You are a multifaceted being. Wow, that's going to really drive me crazy, whatever that message was. That's what it was from that movie. In the movie, she was like, I broke the world, or somebody broke the world. But the thing is that the world was already broken. So things had to tower moment in a way for it to fully be healed. But before it was broken, it was already broken, you know? So it's this energy. That was the message about the storyline that wanted to come through. So it's like this gives an opportunity to work on another part of something and to make things more whole out the other side. I really like this for you the next 3 months, to see both Queen and King of Swords. Definitely a feeling of balance between the masculine and feminine energies. You really some of you could be meeting a sort of match, like a soulmate energy, and be quite guarded about it too, or just with your soulmate energy. But it's a very positive match moving ahead. Very supportive, very strong, very encouraging, very teaching. Some of you are really learning. I see Jupiter there, Venus and Saturn coming through. But definitely, even when you don't feel you're moving ahead, you really are. And you're making some really strong business decisions or decisions about your life here. Even though it's not a time to explore a bunch of new paths and stuff, as we said, it does seem that you're on one path that's very strong and very solid. And it makes things a lot clearer and more clarifying. Somebody could also be really patient with you while you heal and go through your own process here. Ooh, that's a lot. The way these came out didn't feel that solid. Releasing a lot from the past is here as well. Some of you may be overwhelmed at times and just forget things, literally, like the way our mind just blanks out like that. It can be really important for you to nourish yourself, to eat those things that your intuition's telling you to eat, to sleep, this kind of energy, okay? You also may feel not this way, but you're really, really empowering yourself. Even through this kind of suspicious energy or this guarded energy, there's a real empowerment to this. A real, okay, I can implement boundaries. I can decide what's good for me and what's not. I'm not helpless. I do have some kind of control and sight in this world. And mentally, this is very strong to empower yourself this way and your communication this way. Also notice there's a lot of moons in your reading. Could be dealing with Pisces energy, some of you. Or you could be Pisces energy, I see in. Or this can be Pisces season that's bringing a lot of this out for you. A lot of that internal kind of work. Anything else happening the next 3 months for this person, please and thank you. Nice. You've already kind of started this, already been doing this, but you're releasing yourself from waiting. Also could be releasing yourself from a Pisces. But we're releasing ourselves from a waiting period, holding ourselves and waiting for something. And it's like no more predicaments, no more procrastination. We're committing to a path and going on it in a more logical way than before. binding ourselves to somebody or something. See this as a positive right now. There's some kind of necessary lesson and security within this process of binding the self to somebody or something. Everything is necessary. That's one message that comes through for you guys. It's all necessary. We keep getting, that's more, but it looked like 4 cards at first as well. So there could be 4 different events, sequences, or messages that come through that are really significant to help rebalance and reform each element for you. Meaning like wands, cups, swords, pentacles. So material, mental, spirits, action, this kind of feeling. Water. Somebody could give in to their desires or whims here. Could be, could be a younger energy. You could have wished for this a while ago, or they could have wished to be with you. But now, this creates a space of vulnerability that could make somebody feel uncomfortable. So you could be dealing with that. It could be somebody that comes back around. You may have to let somebody down here. Could be a younger fire sign. I feel like it won't be that hard though, because you can just express to them like, no, I'm not in this place. I am guarded. I am wounded. I am working on healing myself. I am not open for any of this. Yeah, I feel like you aren't empowered to move ahead with anybody or anything that is off of your one course these next 3 months. And I feel like the path that you're on and the energy we read is also the advice. Like you're right in line with exactly what you need to be doing. It's okay to not, to go through a time where we don't accept new stuff in or new energies and where we do remain guarded. It's just important not to let your fears get the best of you. Okay? Because of course, if we live forever in this energy and we don't expand from it, we will run into voids, into things never fully being secure or satisfied no matter what we have. We will get stuck in the past and we don't want that. So we just need to work with this energy, but also be open to the possibilities and to the concept that sometimes our fears and suspicions can distort truths and realities that come in. Also, if some of you are worried about disconnect from your intuition or not getting as many messages through as usual, that's okay. It's temporary. It's just until you solve and heal some of this so that when the messages do come in, you can actually hear them for what they mean and not in a distorted way. This is an energy of celebration. Some of you could also be worried about 3 energies in a situation and not know how to communicate your fears. Some of you could also choose not to go with a certain path or beginning because you feel like it's too crowded. In essence, there's too many energies there. Some of you could also be celebrating. I hear reliving and also relieving, but some of you could be celebrating not going forwards on a certain path and the relief that it brings you. Could also find nourishment and healing and new ideas, new creative ideas with friends, okay? And I really feel beyond these 3 months, you open back up and expand back up to the world with the new skills you've learned, and this makes you, unstoppable in a lot of ways. That would be the word that comes through. So dears, that's what we have for you. All the best to you. You can always email FrequencyOfTheHeart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. But until then, we'll see you all next time. Take care. Hello and welcome group 4. Thank you so much for being here. Wow, let's just crash the camera first thing here. Please remember to only take what resonates, leave anything that does not. If something is negative or confusing, please reject it, throw it away. It's not for you at this time. Everything that's meant for you should provide a sense of expansion, resonance, that kind of good stuff. Okay, so we have an energy of the Knight of Cups for your overall energy of what's going on the next 3 months. I actually see a lot of abundance in this. Could be kind of a tropical energy for somebody as well. Parrots, which is also an energy of celebration for some, as in the bird. Also could be some past life regression energy going on here. And could be offers of the heart or considering offers of the heart, but also a questioning on what is stable, what is real even. Is something reliable? Is it stable? Is it real? Could also be defining what it is that we want, and we could also be looking for more mature emotional states of being, or more mature people emotionally, or on the opposite side, dealing with people who aren't as mature emotionally as what we will find later in life, basically. Would be a way to look at that. Okay, so let's see what else we got here to enhance on the next 3 months. I like all the heart energy and all the plant energy. Some of you could meet a youthful water energy when you're on vacation or traveling or connected to jungle, rainforest. What is going on the next 3 months for group 4? Please and thank you. You could also want things to go the way that you want them to go. A certain cycle may have not completed for you yet as well. And in the past, you may have been manifesting something. Somebody, something. For example, let's say you were in a dynamic with somebody or something, and you wanted it to stay. So you manifested it to stay, but it left, but it stayed. So the person left, the thing left, but the same energy is still here and coming back in a way, or you are possessing that same energy and bringing it back. Something about cooking here, about eggs, about music. Could also be that you haven't completed your fascination with, desire for an energy that is a bit manipulative, but it doesn't have to be in a negative way necessarily. Can be something alluring about this for somebody. Let's get some more on what's going on these next 3 months. I see somebody in Hawaii or on an island still. It's really strong. Okay. So there's some kind of a pursuit here, is how I feel it. Somebody could be having what they need. Lavish comes through. Pagan also, and runes and Vikings. It's interesting. Somebody could have everything they need. You, perhaps, when it comes to your material world or your desires. But there's some kind of a void here, an emptiness, an isolation even, with something. You can also feel older than you are. Or you could start to see your past lives on you. Some of you could really be getting restless or wondering what's going to happen in the future, but feel a little bit on this island here, in a metaphorical way even. Stuck to the past even. Some of you could have been manifesting money, but not feeling happy with what's coming in or the way that it is. What else is going on in the next few months, please and thank you. Next 3 months, precisely. Introspection, Hermit, Virgo energy. We do have a lot of Virgo energy. Even the Magician could have a Virgonian feel. This could be Virgo season, end of August and September, into September. Could also be that you're dealing with this energy, as we do have the earth here. We have earth and water very much present. Somebody could be more mature than somebody else here in these next 3 months. And somebody could be gaining a lot of wisdom by going back into the past, reflecting on the past, learning about the past, or going into isolation, going into more alone time, okay? This cycle that hasn't fully completed, I think you want it to complete, or somebody wants it to complete, but doesn't understand that they're still holding on to something about it. We see here in the next 3 months that understanding coming in fully and a walking away from. This is really strong. The Knight of Cups makes more sense now with the Eight of Cups here and everything else. Because somebody, probably you, is accepting more of your true nature. You're accepting what you want right now, who you are right now, what you're looking for right now. You're accepting this, which allows you to walk away from certain pursuits or things that you're holding on to and trying to make happen or that you want in your world. And through the letting go of this, there's a real connection to the heart and a real freedom that comes through. You know, there's a real acknowledgement here of where you're at and what it is that you are and what you want. For example, let's say somebody shamed you. They were like, oh, you're not ready for this and you're like this, and you always would fight that. No, I'm not, I'm like this. And so you tried to create this thing, but then you found out, no, actually you are like this. You aren't ready for something, and you are in this place that this person accused you of in some way or another, even if it wasn't exactly how they said it. But you also learn that there's nothing wrong with that, and that that's okay, because that is where you're at. And that's just that important and beautiful to recognize. And the acceptance of it alone puts you into a real alignment with where it is you're going and what you want. And I do see you moving in the next 3 months, moving towards something, moving on from something, even trusting in what maybe isn't that stable about you or somebody else, and just going for it with the heart open and abundant. There is a feeling of renewal. There is a feeling of letting go of the things that leave a void, okay? Justice in reverse. Something could feel out of balance, unfair, like we never get that justice for something. Libra energy there. And yet we have Two of Pentacles here, which is all about balance, okay? So there could be a focus on how to balance what doesn't feel balanced. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you could be really focused on trying to expand your financial world, expand your mindset, grow your money, grow your pentacles, have an equal input as output, you know, or even more input than output, to really have that equal in and out. For some of you, this is like being left out in the cold, but we're moving on and healing up from this energy and moving into a place of expansion and abundance more and more every day. Okay? You're not doing this in a logical way as much as you are a physical way. That's how I would read this for you. You also may not be including a mother energy or a feminine authority figure in on your financial world, or even on your relationship world, on how you're trying to bring balance here in general. You may be excluding somebody from this in a way. The time has come for you in these next 3 months to move. Again, we have movement here. You releasing yourself from a place of waiting. You're no longer waiting to heal something with your limitations, whether it is your finances or your love world or whatever. You're not waiting on it. You're ready to do it. I love the Two of Pentacles for you. Nine of Swords, endings to certain mindsets that have been destructive. Very positive here to see. Definitely moving on and up. Expanding. Really strong sense of expansion when it comes to your heart. Your mind is becoming more and more golden, more and more reliable as well with the way that it's working for you in this area. Your intuition is helping you so much here. Again, we get a Piscean, Cancer, Scorpio here, Scorpio, Cancer energy, water energies, strong intuition to move forwards. You know when to move forwards. You know when to not speak or to speak. You know when it's time to work on something. You know when it's time to take a trip. You know when it's time to do this and that. Your intuition tells you. Your intuition tells you when something's hidden as well and it's time to move on from something or somebody. Your intuition tells you when something isn't fully satisfying or when it's leaving a void. Could be moving on from this idea, again, of having to be this perfectly emotionally mature match for somebody or for something. Could also be moving on from a water sign. Doesn't have to be. Moving forwards with both logic and intuition here. Could be moving towards an air sign or better communication with somebody. A logical energy. Aquarius here. We see Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, all of our air signs. But very much a wish. And also the release of what we thought a wish looked like, which makes room for that wish to come to us in a very true form. I see a lot of sensual energy for some of you as well. Some of you could feel like you'll never, like you won't for a while get the kind of sensuality you desire, but through accepting this part of yourself and going through this journey, you will and do. So some of you could be having some really nice, well, basically sex over the next few months here and beyond. And part of this becomes from that movement that you're making, that acceptance in the self, that balancing, that knowing where you're at, knowing more about what you want. Allowing a situation to unfold naturally and to be where it's at as well when it's there. Not striving for the clarity or the exact hard evidence or the facts or even for happiness in a situation, and just allowing it to be where it is and trusting yourself to know where it's at intuitively, okay? This could be rest after a lot of arguments. This could be rest, like with somebody or something. This could be escapism in a positive way, like reprieve, like where we're just escaping from the chaos of something. We could even be letting go a little bit with love, okay? A lot of sexual energy here, creative energy. It really boosts your confidence and your flow when you accept yourself this way on many, many levels. So we really see that translated here, okay? Anything else to add the next 3 months for this person? Please and thank you. Nice, big changes. Big changes with an earth energy, perhaps, or with an energy that is very not giving, narcissistic, even this part of yourself. You can emotionally satiate yourself. You understand that. There's also endings emotionally. Big changes here. An earth sign, or again, this energy that's not very giving or focused on the material, could exit your life. Communication could halt or be very slow. You could be in your head and overthinking things a little bit, or just thinking about the ending of something a lot, but I feel a real release and peace that comes from all of this, or comes out of all of this, okay? Even if you don't see it at first. Any gentle advice over the next 3 months? The Emperor. A lot of wisdom is being gained over this time period, combined with everything you've been through up to this point. A lot of wisdom. You could be attracting an Emperor as well. This is somebody beyond what you've dealt with before, which is ironic because you're like, no, I'm at this level, not this level, but then you end up attracting an even higher level in essence by accepting yourself. Building and working on something. Your Empire. your business, yourself, your world, perhaps something with another energy that you're dealing with. You could even be doing this. There could even be somebody you've been seeing, or an earth energy, or somebody that's going through their own transformation, reflecting on the past and leveling up in a way. And you guys start to work together and build things together. Anything else to add? Next 3 months. Very much about new adventures, new things, new starts. I see a lot of earth and water here in the end of the reading, and also fire. Can we enhance on this tower? Anything more to say about what this tower is in the next 3 months, please and thank you. Can be a tower around relationships or love, with a fire energy, or because of a fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could also have to do with control, or somebody that wants to control you, or is angry or temperamental, or even you being angry or temperamental. In the past here, 10 of Cups. This tower could shatter your illusion of somebody or something. Perhaps you thought somebody or something could be a happily ever after emotionally. The tower helps you recognize reality, but it also gives you and them a lot of wisdom. So this reality check is a positive reality check overall. Ace of Cups, excellent ending. Gemini, communication, also Piscean and water energies, but new emotional beginnings, very strong, very strong. When you accept yourself and release some of the expectation that's been put on you and that you've been putting on yourself, you move yourself towards, even though you don't see this, you follow your heart and you move yourself towards a very strong new emotional beginning, a new kind of abundance in your world, a new form of evolving and becoming. You could even be moving to a new town, some of you. Travel, movement, new places emotionally, but also physically. But you really are evolving and growing and creating something beautiful through self-acceptance is the way to summarize this. So regardless of all the details of the journey that you've been through and are going through the next 3 months and how you get there, you do end up through the process of learning to embrace where you're at, what you actually want, your needs, where you want to go, like just what you are, even accepting you don't know these things and that that's okay, or that even the criticisms somebody's put at you aren't really criticisms, they're just, okay, yeah. It really brings you into one of the most beautiful energies, which is the Ace of Cups energy. For me as a reader, I really feel this is one of the most beautiful energies. And I feel with somebody else, you could really be growing, becoming, whether you're in contact with this person or even know they exist or not. Both of you could be growing in strong and beautiful ways. I also see Gucci here, like the brand, clothing brand. Makes me think of, yeah, high fashion places like France. Funny. But yeah, you guys, that's what I have for you. You can always email FrequencyOfTheHeart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. I wish you the best of luck these next 3 months. Not that you need it. Be yourself. Be where you're at. Trust it. Don't try to make anything or anybody fit to you. Just be you. Okay? So bring great things. All right. Much love, you guys.